Interesting. This must be the stuff they were working on last time. Or I guess stuff they're going to work on. New pipes. Existing pipes. Hello, I'm Mr. Winnie Cat. Meowdy. Wait, so I don't know if I ever asked you, did you know that Meowdy shows up as an emote? If you have, at least on my, what I see. There's some like browser plugins, or on a cell phone you can get a different cell phone app that'll show them. So it's a picture of a cat with a cowboy hat, and he's picking the cowboy hat up off his head and tipping it to you and saying like hello, or saying meowdy, I guess. It's an animated emote, so it moves. I don't know if I ever told you that. So I don't see the word meowdy. I see just the cat emote of the cat saying meowdy and tilting his hat to me. The trail kind of looks like it's washing away even more now. Oh, look at the bird. I scared it just a little bit. He just went up on a tree. Yeah, I mean, I see it on the chat on my phone, but it's this streaming app. So there's Twitch emotes that you can use. Like there's some default Twitch emotes, and like you have my channel emotes since you're a sub, and then there's some third-party ones. Like if you're on a computer, you have to have a browser extension, and it changes the word into a emote. And there's some third-party Twitch apps that will change them like that. So they're basically extra emotes people's added to chat. So, and you can just change. You can actually change the word, so you can make any word an emote if you want to, basically. So, yeah, like when you say meowdy, I don't see the word meowdy, I see the emote of the cat. I don't know if I ever told you that it was, I don't remember if I ever did tell you it was a cat emote. I mean, like, the text-to-speech thing reads out Meowdy. And anybody that doesn't have the thing that changes it into emote just sees the word Meowdy, you know. But it's also an emote, which is pretty good. I don't know if I explained that where it makes any sense. The creek is really, really clear, the water. There's a little doggo up there getting in the creek. Okay, I wasn't sure if you knew what emotes were, but yeah. Or if you knew how to use them. Because there's a little button that you can click and it'll show the list of emotes you can use. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on my Android phone, I have a third party. It's not the official Twitch app. I have a third party one also, and it'll show all the emotes. There's some iPhone ones. I haven't researched what one to download or anything, but the app I use to stream shows the emotes. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. I have never walked up this trail streaming, so there's a trail going the other way that I can walk on if I run out of cell service. This one's really pretty. I know a long ways up towards the other end there's no service, so I guess I'll walk however far I can before cell service dies. There's some cool stuff here. Like, there's a tree growing out of a stump. Or a bush, or whatever. And some ferns. bears and deers. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know if we'll see any bear today, but maybe some deers to see. Hopefully we'll see some bear and some deer. That would be cool. I've been walking quite a bit here, and I haven't seen deer that much. That one day that we saw deer was the first time I hadn't seen deer in a long time. But I've never seen a bear here. So that was super, super cool. Some really like mossy stuff here. See like some really mossy trees with ferns on them. We're down in this like little narrow valley with a creek going through it. So I guess it stays wet all the time. It's a funky tree. Another place you can get to the creek. This one's slippery. I started to slide down, going down that mud hill. Zero. It is, yeah. You can kind of walk up the creek a little bit, depending on how. Make sure your shoes get wet or not. Oh, just up to there and then it gets deep. I used to take Mog here, but we wouldn't go up the trail that far because he'd just get in the creek a few times and then be happy and be like, all right, I'm ready to go back. I walked enough to get in the water a few times and now I'm done. So it was always hard to get him to go very far. These are some really mossy stuff. I like that. There's another stump that has a tree growing out of it and ferns all on top. Well, we've gotten to the point where only my good modem has service. So I guess it's getting weaker and weaker. So I guess we'll see how much longer it picks up good enough. Oh, that is the lucky stump. Oh. I kind of jinxed it saying something because as soon as I said that, the bitrate dropped down. Although I also did turn around the other way also where the modems, where my body is between the modem and the tower. I didn't think about that. I might walk out here and have good service and walk back with it horrible. Oh my, it gets really muddy down here. Look at all these trees or bushes growing out of the stump. You see a lot of stuff like this over on the peninsula where it's a rainforest. And I guess it stays so wet down in this valley, it's basically a rainforest. You know? Hobbits. don't know if it's worth it trying to walk through here. This stuff is like really deep. It's just where there's a creek, and it looks like there's a pipe going under, but it's stopped up. So it's just, well, it is kind of deep. If you step off of the branches, people stuck in the ground, you just sink like 2 or 3 inches down into the mud. Oh, there's some big logs here they put that's really easy to step on. Alright, it's only actually like one step. That was sketchy where to stop at. You see, it's supposed to be, looks like a pipe under, and it stopped up. It's all going over the trail. Let me see something real quick. If I can change something and get this to work better. Since it's occasionally dropping bitrate. Where does this come out from? It's just water coming out from the path. I guess there's a pipe. Right, it's not, let me do something else. Weird. T-Mobile's the only thing that's picking up here now. I'm pretty sure AT&T is on the same tower, but it quit working a long time ago. Or at least the upload stopped working. Way back there. Another big mossy stump. Hi, Time. How are you, Time? Oh, okay, so we saw bushes earlier. Here's a full-on tree growing out of a big stump. Like an actual tree. kind of crazy. Wait, it looks like it grew up right here at the side and then grew along. See, grew up the side and grew along the top, right there, and then it just kept going up. And you can see like a root right there going down into the stump. Yeah, it's kind of freaky. It's really there's a over in the Olympic Peninsula here, it's like a rainforest, and there's a bunch of trees growing out of stumps and everything. And this is in a thin valley with a creek going through it, so I think every time I've ever been here, it's really wet and humid. So I guess it's similar. I guess in a rainforest, trees can just grow out of stumps. Pretty cool. I mean, not the same roots. I mean, it might have. I don't know. It looks like it was growing right beside the big one and just like grew up beside and into the stump. But I mean, as far as the root going down into the stump, see, the stump is kind of rotted, looking like old. It's probably can just grow down into it like it can grow down into dirt. And because you can tell it has like multiple roots. Looks like going down into it. Now this looks like an actual alive root that's coming out from under the stump. So yeah, maybe it just grew through the stump and down into the dirt where the kind of like other old roots had rotted. So basically stole the roots. I've gone by quite a few stumps that had little bushes out of them. I forgot about that one because I haven't ever been this far up the trail very many times, I think. Or maybe like once. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Oh, cell service is getting worse and worse. Mm-hmm. Wait. I almost stepped on it. It's like crawling. It's just moving really, really slowly. Cool. I just saw the shell and then looked down and it's like, wait, that's why there's a shell there. It's a whole snail. This is like basically what it looked like to me. I was going in the trail. I'm like, wait, why is there a shell there? Like, I noticed it because I almost stepped on it. So I'm glad I didn't. I almost killed the poor thing. I've never seen a snail crawling across the trail. That's pretty cool. So here's a little, like, whatever these bushes are. I said trees, but I think they're just little bushes. They've been growing out of a lot of the stumps. And I don't know There's no way the ferns and bushes have roots going all the way to the ground. I assume they just grow into the stump and the stump just stays wet. Oh, I'm talking about smells. Or there's a slug. I guess it's a slug. Just hanging out. It's like all kinds of bugs here and stuff. So I assume the stumps are kind of half rotted, so they're kind of, I want to say dirt also. And they just get enough water and stuff for the roots just grow down into a stump like they would the ground. And we're climbing up away from the creek. I've been 33 minutes. Okay, I need to keep up with the time. I drove Beryl's car because I went a ways away and I didn't really want to put too many miles on my car until I replace the wheel bearing tomorrow because it's getting so bad. So I need to make sure she has somewhere she has to go this evening. So I gotta make sure which actually she could just take my car because it's not that far away. Creek's way down there now. Well, I thought I was about to have to turn around, but it seems like I've walked up the hill enough to, okay, maybe not. I was gonna say to have cell service. Is it watchable? It keeps dropping. Most of the time it's not going all the way down to 250 bit rate. So I think it's keeping video and not turning gray and glitching out. But I'm not actually sure. If it's getting not very watchable part of the time, I think I should. Well, especially here you go back down to the creek. I didn't realize I was this far up. I'm actually shocked that I have any cell service. Why is this doing this? Here, hold on. Seems like AT&T is picking up again. A little trail that goes there. And then it goes up there. And there was another trail that went straight that ran up. Oh, it looks like it just comes down and down. I think the trail maybe used to go that way. And then they rerouted it. Or if people just walk there. The bridge. I've only ever been up here once. And this is the farthest I've ever gone is to the bridge. Hey, there's another stump of a really big tree growing out of it. It's a really tall one. Oh, that's like mostly growing beside it. Like you can see the trunk all right there. And then that's the stump. But I guess there's some roots. That looks like a root that was growing over it and it just eventually died. It kind of grew up beside it and then into it or on top of it. So I guess once it got large enough. Let me stop and check my stream. I'm worried that it's not like. What the heck is this? It's a big piece of pipe. Or not watchable because it's dropping bitrate so much. Gnomes live in them. Oh, okay. When it's dropping bitrate, it's only turning gray for like, it seems like half a second, and it's recovering. So I guess it's still watchable. Just fine. That's actually cool. I wasn't sure how long it was turning gray, if it was like audio messing up and half of it you couldn't see. Oh, there's something moving over here. Until I started looking, I could see the up under there, like the plants were moving all around. I was wondering if it was like a snake or something. So the trail here crosses the creek and starts climbing and goes up, I think, to the top of the valley. I've been up there to the top of the valley before and didn't have any cell service. But that was just from my old phone and it doesn't have anything down here. So if I don't mind it cutting off for a little bit more, as much as it is right now, I could probably just keep walking. Although it's really starting to struggle bad. Does anyone have votes? Is it, there's a decently nice trail back the other way also. I guess this one I don't think follows the creek anymore. Any votes on if I keep going or go back? Walk a little ways right up here and see what the trail looks like, at least. Oh. Maybe I don't want to keep going. Well, it looks like it's only muddy here, and there's lots of bricks to walk on, and wood, and some wood that collapsed. Oh, all kinds of bricks here also. I guess this must be so slippery. One of my feet just almost slid out from under me. Hello. Hi, puppies. 3 really cool puppies I wanted to pet. There's the creek way, the freak down there now. Well, I want cell service. Come on. Somebody give me cell service. Freaking 18. AT&T's a little better here than if I had this phone T-Mobile, but not much. I mean, it's, I guess, plenty to talk on. Like, she just walked by me, the lady with 3 dogs, and was talking on her phone. But seems like very limited upload. Look. So here's I guess maybe this is what we're doing. See, it grew up beside it, and grew up along it, and then grows straight up like a tree. But, I mean, it also has some roots growing out of the top. Like, I actually wonder if it started growing in the top and like it needed more water and nutrients than it could get out of the stump. So that's like a root that grew all the way down to the ground and then like turned into a trunk or something. Well, I guess I'm gonna turn around. Unfortunately. Well, at least I probably am in a minute. I need to change the resolution when it's low bit rate, because this looks really bad, and if I get it set up right where it actually works, I can make it where it changes the resolution down, so when it's really, really low, it would actually make it look a lot better. Oh, here's where another trail runs in. So this goes that way, and there's one that cuts off here. Coal Creek Parkway, 0.7 miles. So I walked that far. Oh, this is Primrose Loop. Oh, that goes up to, okay, that does go up the hill. Stumps are the past and future of this forest. So it's a stump with trees growing out of it. Look closely at the stumps here. Do you see the rectangular notches cut into them? Those are a record of the past called springboard notches. A sign that tells us the tree was cut by humans. Lumberjacks could get above the wide base of a tree by cutting that notch and inserting a thick board to stand on, like scaffolding. Once the logs were hauled away, the stumps were left like gravestones to trees of the fallen forest. Interesting. I need to look for those, see if any of them have big notches. Stumps give seedlings a boost. Very few seeds live to grow into mature trees. Some get an advantage by starting a new plant on top of a stump. The boost in height allows the seedling to get more sunshine than those on the shaded forest floor. Stumps retain precious moisture even in the summer for young roots. The extra sun and moisture make it easier for newly sprouted seedlings to survive. Evidence of that can be seen here, where hemlock trees are growing on top of these cedar stumps. That's interesting. I would figure that it was like about evenly likely for them to survive, and there's a bunch of trees on the ground and a bunch on the stumps. But I guess a lot of these, almost all these stumps have had bushes or trees growing out of them. Like here's a really small one that has a small tree growing out of it. Kind of interesting. It's like, according to the sign, easier for them to get started. It's 4:50. Oh, I guess I actually should go ahead and turn around anyways, assuming I won't walk back as slow as I walked here, but still, because I need to get back, I guess. So Farrell can have her car. I was contemplating going on because it seems like it's mostly watchable, and it seems like I'm walking back into better cell service. So I don't know if this goes back down to the creek or not. I probably could keep walking and streaming. But I guess looking at it that I've been almost an hour, I don't really have that much time anyways more. So I guess I'll go ahead and head back. Let's see if it's way worse going back than here, because the the modem was going to be on the other side of my body. And it seemed like earlier when I turned around, it would get worse. Worst case, I'll just walk back really fast. Because I was walking really slow up here just looking at stuff. And some of these hills are kind of steep because I'm wearing my worn out hiking shoes and they get bad traction. And there's a brick down in the middle of the creek. And really slippery. Muddy trail. It like almost looks like the trail used to go that way because it's like leveled out quite a bit. That's the part where I said the others are all cut up to there, and it kind of looked like they just kind of looked like it used to go up there and it's swinging forth down the hill instead of just going straight down like it is now. That's a really like mossy tree with ferns all in it. Yeah, saw this tree earlier, but this is like really small compared to that huge tree up there by the bridge that's growing out of a stump or beside a stump. I think this is just a small one. I mean, it's not small, but the other one's probably like almost twice the size.
just have my biomed. So.
Just biomed.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, it's just...
That's really interesting. That was a little bit thin part of the trail, so I figured I'd just stop and let them walk on by. And they were just like walking by, like, I do that quite often, and people just like tunnel vision by you. That's what they looked like they were doing. And then the dude's like, hi, or whatever, like right before they got by. At least here, like, it depends on, when I was talking about before about Seattle freeze and stuff, people sometimes act like they're just terrified of you, and they just, if you stop and let them by, they just like tunnel vision by, act like you were never even there. And I'm just like, okay, it's just a little creepy. Alright, it's time to try to not get muddy again. This part's easy. What this problem is when you get to right here, there's some sticks part of the way down into the mud. Oh, it's gonna be harder. How deep is this stuff over here? Oh, it's not. Why aren't people walking over here then? Because they don't want to get the bottom of their shoes muddy? Oh, I guess some people are. It just don't really make any tracks. Alright. The sticks I stepped on were going to be really hard to get on coming back this way, because it was like stepping off of the big one and stepping onto a couple of tiny ones. I didn't try walking over there earlier because it almost just looked like there's so much water on top of it, like you'd sink in, but it's, I guess, gravel, since most of this is gravel. It's actually so solid. I guess that's part of why there's not as many tracks, and it looks like people aren't walking there. Hey, we're back into consistent cell service area. I'm surprised I made it that far. I might try to go further sometime when I'm streaming longer. About to that bridge is where T-Mobile, which was the only thing that's working most of this time, started to really die. And then as soon as I headed up the hill, AT&T started getting better and better. So I think, depending on if that trail goes back down to the creek, I might walk into AT&T service and be able to just keep going. It seemed like at least that part I was walking into it. There's like a section where almost neither one of them works. Oh, this grew on a stump also. It was a solid trunk, but see, it grew on the stump and the stump's just crumbling in the middle of it. So now it's like all the roots that grew down into the stump and around the outside are just there. So it's just a solid trunk until it gets down to like where the stump started. And then it's just split all apart. Crazy. Since most of it's on that side and there's only a few little roots here and it's leaning that way, you wouldn't think it'd be strong enough to hold itself up. But I guess it is. I mean, I guess it's a pretty big section. It's just, it has this whole area with nothing on the side that it's like leaning towards. But I guess it's not ever windy down in this valley either. Like, this is one of the few places I've walked where it doesn't seem like there's like no fallen trees after the bomb cyclone. Like almost everywhere else around here, there's been trees blown over. I think basically every trail I've walked on, you know, except for this. Did I go out to this one earlier? I think I did. I guess I can again. We can see the creek again. Oh yeah, this is the one with the logs there. This is when I used to take Mog here. Usually about as far as I could ever get him to walk up before he'd just, like, he'd get in the creek again here and then he'd be like, dude, I'm done. I'm not. I think it was walking with him when I went all the way up to that bridge. But most of the other time, I usually would just sit on this stump tree and let him play around in the river until he was done. Alright, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I thought it would be nice with all the trees that are growing out of stumps and everything. Like a cool place to walk. An hour and 11 minutes. Wow. I really have walked back a lot faster up there. I just didn't want to spend another hour walking back. But I'm most of the way back and I've only spent like 15 minutes. But I think people walk up here and look at these trees. This is like one big tree that splits apart. And then there's this. Like it grew out of the stump also. There's like a big chunk of the stump here between the roots. And then the bottom of it down there. I'm just wearing my old ones again today. That's why I was saying earlier the mud was slippery. This trail's not that steep, and I figured I would just wear the old ones. I guess I wasn't going to walk that far. It would have been a good trail to wear the new ones and break them in more. Although I guess I don't really need to. The other day, once I stopped and tightened them up more where they weren't crushing my toes, they didn't really bother my feet at all during that whole walk up and down the mountain. The one where we saw the bear. think I didn't even think about wearing new ones. I'm just used to going places and putting these old ones on. So I was just leaving the house today and just grabbed them and stuck them on my shoes and left. Didn't think about I was walking off pavement and not on pavement, and wouldn't mind wearing the new ones and not be worried about wearing them out. Oh, look, these are growing berries now. These are like those bushes talking about the other day, a few streams ago, that I didn't know if they were raspberries or creek. Now I forgot what other ones are called. What kind they were. And they had flowers, but now they're growing berries. Marion berries? Is that what they're called? Dang, I don't even remember. Oh, so that goes up to a subdivision, I believe. Washout Way Trail. I guess that's the name of that trail. Yeah. And it's half a mile to Forest Drive. Okay. Oh, look at that. I don't know if I noticed that earlier. That has a whole ton of freaking bushes growing out of it. Like the entire top of the stump is just covered. Which I could see here, the bushes, if they were growing down here, they'd get choked out by all the ferns and grass and everything. So like growing up on the stump where they can get light, probably the only way they survive. Like that sign was saying, they have a better chance of seedlings surviving up on stumps. There's these raspberries or whatever they are the only like bushes growing down on the ground in this area. It's all them and grass and ferns and stuff. There's like none of those kind that are up on the stump. Along here also. And then there's these right here. I'm gonna go up this trail, up the hill on the way back instead of down here. No, I did not know that. And hi, Standy Dan. How do you know where all the trolls live? Oh, wait, I obviously. It's because you're a troll, and trolls would know where other trolls live, right? Hey, this wasn't steps the last time. I don't think I walked here. Cause this was part of this trail was so steep, you couldn't really walk up it. Yeah, I guess they don't look that old with wood. And I hadn't been here for quite a while. Oh look, that tree. Is that a lot? Oh, that sounds... Well, dang, so you're not even halfway done. Look, this tree just broke off. And I guess it's dead. The tree's dead, but there's some bushes growing out of the stump. Look at this. Stump of tree. Pretty large tree growing out of it. And then the middle of it is just like hollowed out. What? I don't know what that means, and I don't think I want to know what that means. I'm not sure. Wait, so Dan, what kind of job do you have where you have clients? Interesting. So this is like all rotted in the middle, and it has all these... A bunch of the bushes have died. They have like so much moss on them. Well, those down, like these did. I guess those that are growing more straight up are alive. And then there's this one tree growing out of this side. I'm just laughing about what you're saying. Oh, I see. Interesting. Wait, this one looks like it burned. Did someone like light a fire inside the stump? It's like actually looks like somebody just lit a fire. Because the whole inside of it's all like black and charred. I wonder why someone would do that. Wait. Oh, you were... Okay. The trauma counselor was literally answering me. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, Twitch can be pretty good stress relief. Okay, cool. mean, the trauma counselor sounds like a lot of work. You have to be a lot better at talking to people than I am. What the heck does that say? King County Survey. $1958 in feet. Is that what it says? That's funky. It's a little survey marker. Wait. Is that the sign you're talking about? The survey marker? Do you work for King County? You are King County. Oh gosh. Alrighty, bye Dan. Hope you have an okay rest of your day at work. Dang, they just redid all of this. Yep, I took Mog on this trail a few times and he hated it. And it was kind of scary because he would almost... Oh, okay, you can see how steep it is. I'll show you because the trail used to go up there. Planning to eat you ahead? Oh, I see. There is a bridge right down here, so I guess he's going to eat me at the bridge. Alrighty. Bye, Dan. Yeah, this was so steep you couldn't hardly walk down it. And the dog would run down it faster, and then he would almost pull me over going down it with his leash. I'd been here like a year ago or something, I think. Surprised they did this much work on it since then. So the trail went right here and then came down here. I don't know if it really looks that steep on stream, but it's about steep enough that it's really, when you're walking down the slope and there's a dog pulling you down the slope also, it's really hard to not just tumble down the slope. So I guess they just said it was too steep and made steps. That's weird that they made a wall to hold the dirt back, but it's not actually like holding anything back. You would think they would put dirt on it and make sure it held or whatever. I don't know. The way that's built anyways, I almost wonder once the dirt actually falls into it, if it'll hold it up. I guess so. I mean, the stuff down here can't come over because the steps are holding it. I also might never really get where there's that much dirt on it. So it's just a little mini creek. I've always thought this was weird because the main trail that goes along the big creek is right down there. And this is just one that loops off and runs back into another trail. And I've always been surprised. It's like, doesn't look very traveled usually. And I'm always been surprised that they built this huge bridge for just a little bitty loop trail. Like, you know, why they had two trails. Because it just loops back. It doesn't go, like, I guess it's pretty looking at this little creek, but it seems like a bit of an odd trail to build a, big bridge for. So you can see it better now. It's like a pretty long one because it's so deep there. But I mean, they just put all the steps into the hill and everything also. See, so this is another trail. It actually goes up to the other road. So that's the loop trail. It just, instead of you going down on the main trail, you can just walk down it and down to the main trail. So it's like really, really, really short for them to have a, big bridge for it. 5:35. I'll go walk up here a few minutes and then come back. It'll be a bit more of a walk, and this part's pretty. Since I got back pretty fast. This was all burnt last time, or it looks like somebody set that on fire and then it burned all this. But that other stump back that way I saw that was lit on fire. I don't remember noticing that last time. So somebody seems like has come here multiple times and they like burning stumps. Really weird. This one also looks like it burnt at some point. This is, I guess, a big holding pond for a subdivision. And I've never, ever seen it full up of water, or they have a drain thing here for if it ever gets this high. I think I'll turn around here though. This just kind of goes along houses most of the way, and goes up and runs up into another road. And there's also another parking lot up there. But I figured I'd walk this far and get a little more walking in. I was just looking at my other phone real quick. Oh, I guess it just doesn't pick up good here. Oh, this actually looks like a holding pond. Also, maybe they added onto a subdivision and built a newer, larger one. Some bird over here making all kinds of noises. Oh, there's multiple of them flying around. So I was wondering, there's that sign I was talking about them making notches and to put boards to stand on. I was wondering if that's what those were. But I don't see how that would really hold up a board. And this stump is burnt. It almost looks like just something that someone cut out for fun and put rock syrup, but who knows? I guess you could maybe wedge a board in there and it hold it up enough to stand on like scaffolding. I forgot to look at any of the other larger stumps, and every time I remembered, it was like a mostly rotted one where you couldn't really tell what it used to look like. Oh, they put logs down in the creek, it looks like on purpose to, I don't know, make the water run a certain way. They have last time I was here, they had this all torn up. They actually had a dam right up there where they took the water out of the creek, and then they had pipes up here and pumps that pumped it along the trail. And then they were putting it down here on the other side of this pond, and they were redoing this pond. Because this is a holding pond, I guess. There's a little pipe that comes through and runs through, and there's a plaque there saying that that's water from a subdivision. So I guess they make it run into this holding pond. I think this is to make other stuff to catch it too, if I remember right. If I remember right, it said there's a lot of debris that would wash down this creek from the coal mines and stuff. So they made the pond for some of it to settle before it goes on down to the lake. And I guess it kind of got full, so it looked like they were just digging it out like way, way, way deeper. But it's kind of cool. They had some big, huge, they were looked like cloth pipes or something. Because they had a couple they weren't using and they'd just collapse. But they'd be like, full size of water going through them. And they had some huge generators, like pumps of generators, like on, carts, 2-wheel carts, sitting up here and just pumping the entire creek, like along here. While they redid the pond and creek bed. I guess they have all this, they have signs up here. There's a sewer that comes through here. Like, here's a manhole for it. They have a bunch of signs up here saying they're going to redo it. And it's going to run up that way around the park instead of right along the creek here. So I don't know if that, and so they're not going to use this anymore, but I don't know if that means they're going to dig all this up or not. You would think they'd just leave it. But all this looks like they've surveyed the whole place. Said they're gonna do all kinds of stuff. Oh, I guess they're gonna work on some of this because it said it's gonna have a trail detour to get people around the work area. Oh, I was looking, so it's right here. Yeah, they're going to be working on all of this along the trail here. Because actually, the new pipe's going to go through here, too. The old one comes through here, and then it kind of keeps going along the creek over on the other side. The other trail that I said on the other side I could walk if I didn't have a service here. And new one's going to go way over here on the other side of the parkway. Well, dang, so I guess they're going to have this, trail detour. Oh, that's why they made those steps and everything. Because they're going to close the trail down here beside the creek. And you're going to have to walk up along the other trail. And I guess it's really, really steep, and it's too steep for a lot of people. So that's why they made the steps going up and down the steep, made the steep part of the hills steps. I was wondering, because it's been like that forever, and then they just randomly made steps. So that's why. Okay, here's the holding pond they were redoing. So anyways, I guess I'm going to go ahead and stop. It's 5:51, so I need to drive home. Now, anyways, pretty much. Guess let me see if there's anyone easy to raid. I might raid somebody, I might not. Let's see. I think I might just Saria's live. I could read her, but I also it says I have 3 viewers. Awesome. I enjoyed it also. It was a fun walk. Here, I'm just gonna read Time. Time was in here earlier. He's playing Final Fantasy, but Time's pretty cool. So yeah, I might work in my car tomorrow, depending on when I guess I'll plan on it. UPS usually comes pretty early in the day, so I should be able to do the wheel bearing tomorrow. So probably won't do any IRL stream. I'll probably try to work in the evening also, but so probably won't be any stream tomorrow. I might play Beat Saber or something again tonight. So I might stream tonight like I did last night. And yeah, Thursday and Friday it's just being in the light 70s. So I thought Thursday or Friday afternoon before I get to work, I might try to go mountain biking or road biking or something. So I'll probably do some kind of bike stream maybe. Anyways, I hope you all have a good rest of your day and everything, and I'll see you all later. I guess the raid is going to start in 16 seconds. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.